Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. I am Martina Lily and today we're doing a full face of my current holy grail makeup favorites. Hopefully that sounds interesting to you guys. If it does, do the YouTubey things, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's get into it. Current full face of holy grails. I have tried to focus a lot of these choices based on like newer makeup that has been brought into my collection in the last like 3 to 6 months. But there are some pieces that just honestly haven't changed, or I haven't brought in a new product like this year so far to kind of update maybe my holy grails. So all of my other holy grail makeup videos and all that kind of stuff still stand. These haven't necessarily pipped them, they're just at the moment some faves. Hopefully that makes sense. Everything will be linked down below. They are affiliate links, so if you shop through them, say thank you so much. And they are geotagged, so if you like click on them, it should hopefully take you to the right location. Anyway, I haven't changed from the Rare Beauty eye primer. I have just, I still haven't found an eye primer better than this one, to be honest. There's ones that I like, but there's nothing that I love like the Rare Beauty eye primer, I shan't lie. It's just the perfect combination of like extending the wear time of my shadows, but also being hydrating on my dry lids. For eyeshadow palette today, I did pick the Natasha Denona Yucca palette, but I have to tell you, it was a really hard choice because I have brought some amazing eyeshadow palettes into my collection like this year, but also in the last like 3 months. And I was gonna pick, like it was between this one, Natasha Denona Gold, the Odin's Eye Jewels and Gem, or Stone and Rock, I think actually, the Cool Tony one. Although both of those are beautiful, the Byredo, like there's a lot. So this isn't my only like holy grail, you know, but for today I wanted to go with the Yucca palette because I figured a lot of people probably have purchased this. I know a lot of people are like me and pick up the new Natasha Denona releases, so I thought we'd do a little look, you know, give some inspo. First brush I'm going to pick up is the Delium Tools 765 angled brush, and I am going to dip into, this shadow right here first. So this is Fushi, and it is a cream to powder shadow, and I really like it. I do have quite a few looks of this palette on my channel. I think I've got like a 3 looks 1 palette and then my review. And I can't remember, I feel like I have another look as well, but maybe that was in my head. Anyway, we're gonna do a halo eye today, something a bit different. And I'm gonna tap this onto the outer corner here first, and then the inner corner. It always reminds me of like either sunflowers or egg yolks, this color on the eyes. I'm gonna pick up this BK A502, dipping still into Fushi, and I'm just gonna lightly blend it a little bit just to soften the edge, just a torchy torch, little swirl to kind of blend it upward a little bit. Sorry, I don't know where that voice is coming from. I've been up since 4 AM. I'm filming this really early, it's like 6 AM. I've already edited and uploaded a video, so the coffee has kicked in. And I'll be honest, the ADHD meds have not yet kicked in. I took them a bit later today. If you don't know, I do have ADHD. I'm gonna take a Refa 16 now, and I'm gonna dip into a little bit of this color right here, which is Citrine. My palettes look hard pan, or some of these shades look hard panned. They're not. They still perform impeccably. It's just from me swatching it. And I'm just going to also use this as like a bit of a transition shade up here. Not a lot, I'm using like the softest of soft touches. I'm gonna leave that there for now, and I'm gonna dip into the dark brown with a Refa 14, sorry. I just wanna like deepen the outer and inner corners a little bit. Just again, a soft touch. I'm just kind of like tapping and then slowly blending. Not sure how I'm feeling about these colors together right now, but we're gonna keep rolling with it and pray that it all comes together in the end like it usually does. Just gonna bring that through here a little bit as well so that I have a little bit of a crease here for me hooded always. Pat McGrath Labs Intensify stick, and I'm going to pop this in the center where we're going to pop the halo. Taking a Refa 2, I am going to dip into this shade, which is called Macchia. And I'm going to tap this through the center where we laid the Intensifeyes. Oh, I forget how pigmented these are. So I'm going to concentrate most of the pigment like tap to the lash line here, and then as it gets up, I'm going to like as I move up, sorry, I'm going to like tap a little lighter and like more scattered to create like a bit of a scattered halo eye, because that's kind of how I like to do it. You can do yours more structured if you like. You know, world is your oyster. Oh, I love that shade so much. Is it not stunning? I love this palette. I really do. I'll tell you what, if I had one wish in the world, it would be that I could, well, not just one wish, okay, because there's a lot of other wishes that would actually come before this, but one of like the super talents I wish I had was I wish I could click my fingers and my makeup and skin would be like completely off and cleansed and fresh, so that I could like redo my makeup, so that I could do my makeup like a couple of times a day, or like 2-3 times a day without having to like wash it off, because I have sensitive skin and I gotta be careful. Like if I do my makeup more than once in a day, I can't do it for a couple of days afterwards usually because it's so sensitive. So I could just like click my fingers and it's all off and fresh and like ready to go again with no irritation. I could do my makeup like multiple times a day and that would really make me happy. Anyway, random thoughts that go through my mind sometimes. Dipping back into this dark brown. It's just the best part of the day. Like seriously, I cannot get enough of makeup, and like you would think as I get older or something, it would, you know, things would change. I feel like every single day my love of makeup just grows like more and more and more. I just can't get enough of it. These have turned out way better than I was anticipating even. I really like that. So let's go ahead and move on to base makeup, shall we? Current Holy Grail primer. I don't really have like a brand new one that's been released that I super duper am like raving about, but I am gonna shout out my Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas, because I hated on this back in the day and then I used it up and I found myself constantly thinking about wanting to use it again and like missing it, so I repurchased it. So it has to be a Holy Grail. For me to repurchase something that I've already tried, it has to be a Holy Grail, because I like to try new formulas and new things. I will still say though, a massive shout out to the Milk Hydro group. That is still probably #1 in my books. It really is. Tatcha and this one's probably, Tatcha and Milk Hydro, sorry, are probably tied just because they kind of do slightly different things. I like this one when my skin just needs a little bit of smoothing, like a filter, but also some hydration. Whereas I like the Milk Hydro group when I want my foundation to just be like and really long lasting all day. Color corrector, we're just still gonna go with the Charlotte Tilbury. I haven't tried one yet that I think is going to pip this one. I'm hoping the new Huda Beauty Faux Filter one that I got, I don't know if that's what she's calling them, but I ordered it from Selfridges because for some reason it's released everywhere but Sephora Australia, which is odd because normally they get Sephora releases pretty quickly. Anyway, I'm hoping that one is going to be exactly what I've been searching for, but at this point it's still Charlotte Tilbury. I mean, I have others that I do really like, and I don't mind actually the Natasha Denona High Glam Corrector. I actually don't mind that. Foundation, I don't actually think I've really brought in many foundations this year. A lot of the foundations that have come out have like fragrance or products in them that I can't try. But honestly, I just can't go past this one. I can't remember when it came out, if it was this year or not. I think it was, but this is still such a good foundation. It really, really is. It does everything I want it to do, where it's like it's like so skin-like and natural, but it's so full coverage at the same time, and like I can just do such a thin layer and it like covers absolutely everything. It's wonderfully long wearing. It just like wears better the longer you wear it. The only complaint I have is it does slightly deepen towards like that 8-hour mark. So I could probably go a half a shade lighter, or even get a full shade lighter and like mix them together, and it would probably be perfect. But it's not so much of an, say, deepening or oxidation that it's like massively noticeable or like to deter me from wearing it. It's such a good foundation that I can count on. I mean, still shout out to my NARS light reflecting. That is still a fave, but I actually think the NARS Light Reflecting, oh, I just got that all in my hair naturally. That's usually about how it goes. I still think the NARS Light Reflecting and actually this KVD Serum foundation, I actually think they might be tied for first because they're just both delightful. I am going to mix the Huda Beauty Concealer in 2.7N with the Urban Decay Quickie Concealer in 20NN. I don't really need to mix these, but I am mixing them because these are my Holy Grail concealers, and I was like, you know, the Huda one's slightly too deep and the Urban Decay one's slightly too light. We'll mix them together and then it's like, you know, using both my Holy Grails in one go. But I am telling you, this Urban Decay concealer does not get the hype it deserves. It is freaking good. That's all I'm telling you. It is just that good. Like, for realsies. Before I blend it out, I'm just going to put some of this Dior lip oil on because my lips are looking a little foundation-y. I don't know if I would count this as a Holy Grail yet, but it's pretty close. It's actually very delightful. Okay, BK 109, you know my fave, and we are going to blend out the concealer. I am so impressed with how these eyes have come out. I am not gonna lie. Don't forget to let me know your current Holy Grails or some of your Holy Grails in the comments below, please. I don't know if you guys realize this, but I kind of shop for makeup in my comment section. So like, I look at what you guys are recommending and loving and the reasons why you love it and recommend it. And then if I'm like, oh yep, that sounds pretty much in line with me, I usually go and buy those things, just so you know. So you guys are the reasons why my wallet is unhappy with me. And yes, I use you guys to enable my makeup spending. Just kidding, obviously I make my own decisions. Listen, a cream bronzer slash contour that I really, really love, and it's such a joke to love because it's the most expensive product and you basically get no product in it, but damn, I like it. I really do. It's the Victoria Beckham Beauty Contour Stylus. I have the shade Travertine. It's the lightest shade and I really like it. Oh, listen, it's expensive for the amount of product, so I get it. You can troll me in the comments for it, but I like it. I do wish it was a little bit of a thicker stick. I think this is good for like strategic contouring, obviously, and like especially nose contour. This is really good, but I don't do nose contour. This is my, what is it called? BDHD from Delium Tools. But the shade is gorgeous. The formula is gorgeous. Oh. She rarely does wrong for me, Victoria Beckham. She really, really does wrong. So I'm sorry. I know it's really expensive for the teeniest amount of product, but I like it a lot. But I will say my NARS cream bronzer, the Laguna cream bronzer from NARS, is still Holy Grail. Like, that is still my number one, absolute number one. But this is from the new like cream bronzers that I have tried recently. This is impeccable. It like, look at it, and it blends itself. Like, it is so easy to, but it's really good. I'm sorry, you guys. If money isn't an issue for you and you just kind of buy makeup based off what you want to try and you love, and you know, that's a very privileged position. I get that. Like, you know, this is a judgment-free zone, okay? If you want to try it and you're happy to spend the money on it, everyone's value of $1 is different. I do love it. I really do. Hopefully they release it in the future with more product for the same price. That'd be good. Under eye powder, I'm still just fangirling over the Westman Atelier Pink Bubble Powder, if I'm honest. I haven't really come across something that I'm loving more consistently. Like, I just always go back to this one. This is the Hourglass Veil Powder Brush, and I've got to say, this is a Holy Grail brush. I'm freaking loving it. I want to buy another one, and I'm ridiculous because I don't need to, but I do. This is the problem. When I find a brush that I'm just obsessed with, I just want like 3 or 4 of them so that like I can just cycle them through and I'm never without them while they are dirty or need washing or are drying while I've washed them, you know. It's just very extra of me, but here we are. Also, inside news, apparently I'm chatty today. I did order the new Sonia G Buffer Brush and I'm really excited to get it. I'm hoping it comes maybe tomorrow. I am so excited to try it. I can't watch Alicia. I actually have to put myself on a ban from watching Alicia Archer's videos because anytime I watch her video, whatever she's got in the video, if I don't own it, I just go and buy it. And that was the case with the Sonia J Buffer Brush video review she did. I literally stopped watching the video, went onto Beautylish and bought the damn thing. And I wasn't planning on it because it's such an expensive, I think it's like $100 Australian for me. And I've never tried Sonia G, but she sold it to me and here we are. So anyway, stay tuned for that. Holy Grail powder that I have tried this year though, Laura Mercier, what is this called again? The Translucent Loose Setting Powder Ultra Blur. and it has no talc in it, and you guys were the ones, like I mentioned that I really wanted to try this, and you guys were the ones again that were like, you have to try it, it is so good. Y'all are right, it is so good. So I'm just going to take that on the other end here. It is blurring, it is smoothing, it's long wearing, but it has this, like if you pick up a concentrated amount of this powder and kind of swatch it, it almost looks like a highlighter ever so lightly. But because of that, it doesn't go on highlightery or sparkly or metallic-y on the skin at all in any way. But because of that slight pearlescent finish it has to it, it doesn't make your skin flat when you set it. See how I still have this beautiful like healthy glow kind of thing? Think like Kosas Cloud Set powder, but heavy dutier. So if you're someone that the Kosas Cloud Set powder is like not enough for say like combo to oily skin, if you just want something that's like a little bit more, I want to say the word drying, but I don't mean it to in a bad way, in like a really good way, then you want to try the Laura Mercier Ultra Blur loose powder, because it's going to like set your face completely and still give you that like beautiful healthy glow that like the Kosas powder does. I don't know if that makes sense, but hopefully it does. My holy grail bronzer that I've tried this year absolutely is the Mcgrath Labs bronzer. She did it again. Honestly, this bronzer is really good. Whenever I want to put a bronzer on, this is the one I want to reach for. It is actually, I don't think I can articulate how good or why this is so good, but it's just such a good shade for one, and it is just so blurring and soft and diffusing on the skin, and it's like this lovely kind of buildable pigment where you're not going to go too, you have to try pretty hard to go like too overboard with it. And it's just, yeah, it's just so skin-like. It's not fully matte, but not glowy. It's just really skin-like, almost. I don't know how to describe it, but look how flawless it is. I love it so much. Let's do brows, shall we? Holy Grail brow product, Gimme Brow, can't go wrong. I just repurchased a full one. I cannot go past this. I don't mind the Refi Gel, but there's nothing better than the Gimme Brow to me. If you've tried something better than the Gimme Brow that's like the Gimme Brow, let me know in the comments and I'll give it a go. I wouldn't say that this brow pencil is necessarily my holy grail, but I don't mind it. It's the Victoria Beckham Brow Blade in dark brown. I like the shape and I like the formula. It's just a little bit too, you have to use the lightest hand because it is very pigmented. So if you're looking for something like that, you'll really like this. But I keep using it and I'm like, I must really, really enjoy it if I keep reaching for it. So yeah, but I can't talk while doing it because you just need a really soft touch. Too Faced Fluff and Hold Brow Gel, one of the best brow gels I have tried, truly. You don't see it a lot because I've been using my Makeup by Mario Clear Gel, but it is now finished. I have one other brow gel that I'm using up before I can like just really focus on this one. Look at this. For me, this is better than the Patrick Ta Lamination Gel because it doesn't make my brows as like crunchy as that one, but it holds them and fluffs them up in such a good way. I have really strong brows. Like they will fall down at the drop of a hat. So this is a good one. And something that I do use pretty much every single day that I'll often skip the brow step on my channel because I think it's just a bit boring, but the Benefit Brow Pop with like the metallic end and the pink end, to be honest, I really only use the pink end. I just take a little lip brush. This is the 333 from Linda Hallberg. And I just use this to kind of like carve out the brow ever so slightly without it being like that over the top kind of carve out. And then it also highlights my brow bone. And I just think it adds a really nice finishing touch to the brows and also just to like the eye look even. It's extra and obviously it's not it's the first step that I'll skip if I'm like in a super rush, but it really does just add a little extra something, you know? Let's finish the eyes. So for our precision shadow brush, and actually for the under eyes, I'm gonna go into, I think this shade actually, which is Tipu. And I'm just going to, I don't want my under eyes to be like really orange because the eyes haven't come out super orange. Yeah, that's the perfect shade, perfect. Okay. God, I'm gonna hate myself when editing this video because I'm so chatty in it, but hopefully you've enjoyed the chat. Yes, nice. And then just a little pencil brush, I'm gonna go into Flax, which is just that dark brown. Just a little bit. Nice. And then BK207 for the inner corner. I might just go into Komarabi. I can never bloody pronounce it. Little inner corner sparkle and swoop up. Perfect. Okay, let me pick eyeliners. You know that my Victoria Beckham Satin Kajals are my holy grail eyeliner. They are the only eyeliner for my sensitive eyes that I can wear all day and also work on a computer. I can wear other eyeliners when I'm not working on a computer, but these are the only ones that don't irritate my eyes when I'm just working all day. So this is Olive. And then I did want to show you guys, I picked up the new shades from, I didn't pick up the deep green one. I had to have some limits, but I picked up the new Natasha Denona ones when they dropped on Sephora. So the orange one is Fushi and the lime green one is, great question, Camu. So that is them swatched out and I really like these. So I think I'll pop Fushi in the lower waterline. And that's just going to tie in the Fushi on the shade as well, on the lid as well. My Holy Grail mascara, it really is the Victoria Beckham Future Lash. I love this mascara. It is so good. And once I've used this up, I've got a heap that I'm going to use up first, but this will probably just be the mascara that I consistently repurchase. I love that it's tubing. I love the look that it gives my lashes. I love that it's like a non-irritating formula. It has everything for me, honestly. And it doesn't flake, it wears well. It's just the best mascara in my mind, for me, that I've tried. Let's finish up this face. Cream highlighter, my Holy Grail, this Gucci liquid highlighter. My lord, I hate the packaging, but damn this product. It is so good. It is so good. Like, I'm having a really hard time trying to work out whether or not I like this or my Lisa Eldridge one more. And I think the issue is that I actually like this one more, but I hate the packaging, whereas the Lisa Eldridge packaging, is really good. But I think I like this actual product more just because it's completely transparent on the skin. Like, look how natural that is. Oh, I love it so much. It makes me angry, truly. It really does. Powder highlight, I'm gonna go with the Charlotte Tilbury Glow Glide. There's a few, and I will say that the Natasha Denona Plexi Glow gets a lot more use. This is the shade Champagne Glow, by the way. It gets a lot more use in my collection than probably others, and that is a pretty high up highlighter for me, but this one's gonna go better with the look. But also I do really like that this was advertised as a powder highlight that looks liquid on the skin, and I really do agree with that description. So I think it's a holy grail. Blushes. I have brought in so many blushes at the start of this year. I feel like it's been like the year of blush, and I gotta say the one that I have turned myself around on and just absolutely fallen in love with is the Rare Beauty Dew blushes. I don't like the matte ones, just the dew ones, just as an FYI. But especially this shade Virtue, it is fire, absolute fire. I love it so much. And now I want every single shade of Rare Beauty blush. I know, I'm crazy. Also, I just saw that she's releasing for summer, is it Pale Petal? Oh, that has my name on it. That absolutely has my name on it. The Rare Beauty blushes, the cream blushes, I also picked up in Courage. And that's a beautiful like pinky mauve. And I've got to say, like, they have really outshined the others that I've tried so far this year. Honorable mention to the makeup by, oh no. Honorable mention to Nessa Myrick's Yummy Skin Blurring Blush. Oh, that's actually tough. I forgot about that. I did actually just order another shade of that too, in a similar shade to this, to Virtue. Both, they're tied. But today we're using this one because it goes with the look better. Okay. But powder blushes, it is very distinct, the winner for me, and it is these Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk blushes. I cannot get enough of these. This one's 30 Offbeat and this one's 10. Oh gosh, I don't know the name of it. I actually don't know the name of it other than 10. So we're just gonna go with that. Wow. These are amazing. I love how natural they are on the skin, the finish of them on the skin. I love every single thing about these blushes. I may have to just end up picking up all the shades truly because I'm actually just gonna mix. I'm gonna try and do this so you guys can see. I'm just gonna mix these two shades together. This is a Smashbox cheek brush, just because I think either shade is just not quite right, but mixed together they're gonna be great. I love that this is a buildable formula. I cannot get enough of these dang blushes. I really cannot. They're so good. And I am so annoyed that they still have not released in Australia yet. You can get them off like Selfridges and like Harvey Nichols and Harrods and stuff if you are an Australian and you want to get your hands on them. I know the shipping can be pricey. Honestly, if you're an Australian, get the Selfridges annual shipping thing. You won't regret it because they get new releases so much quicker than us, and the shipping comes just as quickly as like Mecca and Sephora here pretty much, like maybe 2 days delayed. But dang. Oh, I love these. I love them so much. A new setting spray that I'm loving is the Lisa Eldridge Skin and Makeup Enhancing Mist. It's beautiful. It is lovely. I like to spray mine on my sponge and tap it in. That's just kind of how I roll. I find if I do this, I find sometimes if I spray it directly on my face, because I do have combo skin, it can just make my skin look a little bit too oily too quickly. Whereas if I push it in, it's like not saturating my entire face with the product. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what works for me. But this is really nice, and the thing that I like about this is it's so, even tapping it on with the sponge, like spraying the sponge and tapping on, it is so refreshing feeling. It feels like if you've ever used the Chanel Water Fresh tint, not the complexion touch but the tint, and you know, if you've watched any of my videos, you know I always go on about how that tint just feels like you've dipped your face in like a cool bowl of water in the best way possible. That's what this spray feels like on your face. It really does. And it honestly makes your skin look melted and perfect, and it sets the makeup. It's really a good setting spray, it really is. Lip products. I have bought in some incredible lip products so far this year. Like, it's hard to choose between them. I do have to say the best lip product that I have bought into my collection, at least it's, again, there are some tied for this #1 spot, but I just cannot get enough of this Lisa Eldridge Luxuriously Lucent lipstick in Le Mépris. I had a feeling that this was going to be my perfect nude from her. I have been searching for my perfect nude from her. I love her lipsticks. I love her brand. Like, she really is just the epitome of like makeup queen to me, and so I'm so stoked to have this in this formula. And I love the Luxuriously Lucent formula in particular because it's just so everyday and wearable and comfortable on the lips. And I also really love her lip liners, so I'm going to take Fawn from her and line the lips. And then we're going to take Le Mépris. Is it not just perfect? It is perfect to me. Like, I just adore this so much. Let me figure out the rest of this and like jewelry and all that kind of stuff, and we'll zoom out and wrap this up. Alrighty friends, this is the full face of current Holy Grails. What do you think? I'm really happy with the way this has all come together. It's a very me everyday look. I'm about to start work now and go into meetings, so I feel very confident. Let me know what you guys think down below, and I would love to hear some of your current Holy Grail makeup products that you are just loving and cannot stop using. And if you are watching till this point, you're an absolute legend. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate you, and I hope you have the most amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye.